Noon. First, the highlight. Lagos State Teaching Service Commission inducts 1,500 post-primary school teachers. Federal government reaffirms commitments to reformed agenda driving sustainable economic growth. Another foreign scene, French President Emmanuel Macron begins United Kingdom state visit, seeks support for Ukraine, recognition of Palestinian state. And in sport, Nigeria Junior the Tigress off to Czech Republic for Under-19 Basketball World Cup. Now the news in details. I am Timmy Dayo. Anthony. The Lagos State Teaching Service Commission, TESCOM, has kicked off a 3-day induction for newly recruited teachers. The program, with the theme, Leading Learning in the Fast-Evolving World, is aimed at equipping 1,500 teachers with the skills and knowledge necessary to thrive in their roles. Declaring the program open, Chairman Lagos State House of Assembly Committee on Establishment, Trainings, Pension and Public Service, Oladele Ajayi, said the induction is part of broader efforts to improve the quality of education in Lagos State and ensure that students receive effective instruction. Ajayi noted that the induction is a veritable process to equip, reorientate, and reinforce the capability of caliber of teachers in schools, with emphasis on the ethics and ethos of modern techniques of teaching. Also speaking, TESCOM Chairman Victoria Peregrine highlighted the focus of program aimed at addressing key issues in Lagos post-primary schools. She emphasized the importance of continuous learning for educators and encouraged the inductees to keep pace with evolving demands of school system and adapt to the growing needs of students in globalized world. Earlier, the permanent secretary of TESCOM, Popo Oyekon Ismaila, explained the significance of the statewide induction program. She described it as a crucial platform for successful teachers who had undergone rigorous screening to be exposed to contemporary issues in school administration. Lagos State Ministry of Wealth Creation and Employment, in partnership with the Public Service Office, has commenced an intensive entrepreneurship training program designed specifically for retiring and retired civil servants. Speaking at the launch of the capacity building exercise, Commissioner for Ministry of Wealth Creation and Employment, Akiyemi Ajikbotafe, said the initiative is a decisive step to secure the welfare of public officers beyond active service. He expressed the desire of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to ensure that all government employees, serving or retired, live in good health and enjoy financial freedom. The commissioner emphasized that the initiative is a crucial part of state government's strategy to support a seamless transition into post-service life. Ajikbotafe noted that equipping retirees with practical business knowledge, financial management skills, and hands-on vocational training would help them build sustainable source of income and remain economically active after retirement. Delivering a goodwill message on behalf of the head of service, Olabode Aguru, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Relations, Sheson Ogundeko, commended the initiative, describing it as an invaluable tool to help retirees shift from wage earners to wealth creators. The training themed Entrepreneurship Beyond Service, Retire, Reignite, Build, offer practical sessions in areas like business planning, innovative enterprise, development, funding opportunities, and hands-on training in ventures such as fish farming, poultry, soap and detergent production, and the manufacture of household disinfectants. The Armed Forces of Nigeria has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting regional development efforts as a strategic approach to fostering lasting peace and national stability. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, gave the commitment during the courtesy visit to the Minister of State for Regional Development, Megari Amadu, at the ministry's headquarters in Abuja. Musa said the visit was aimed at fostering mutual understanding and strengthening civil-military cooperation for national development. He reaffirmed the Armed Forces of Nigeria's unwavering commitment to supporting the ministry's regional initiatives and contributing meaningfully to the national growth. In his response, the minister described the visits as historic and praised the military for its sacrifices in safeguarding the unity and territorial integrity of Nigeria. Hamadu lauded the military's initiative, particularly its educational support program, including the establishment of schools for children of repentant insurgents. He expressed confidence in the capacity of Nigerian military to overcome the current security challenges facing the country. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has reaffirmed the President Bola Tinubu administration's focus on delivering key reforms and driving sustainable economic growth, despite mounting political discourse and growing speculations ahead of 2027 general elections. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, in a statement stressed that the administration would not be distracted by politicking or opposition maneuvering, reaffirming President Tinubu's commitment to the mandates Nigeria entrusted to him under the renewed Hope agenda, while acknowledging the constitutional rights of Nigerians to freedom of speech and political association. The minister noted that recent talks about new political coalition are understandable, but emphasized that governance and development remains the president's top priorities. Idris pointed out that the launch of the Renewed Hope Agricultural Mechanization Program, which represents the largest single mechanization drive ever undertaken in the country, aimed at strengthening food security. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has revealed that computer-based test centers in Imo and Anambra State topped the list of centers busted for finger-pairing malpractices. JAMB Registrar Ishak Oloyede made this known in his presentation during a meeting held with vice chancellors, rectors, provosts, among other stakeholders in Abuja. Ishak said in total, about 19 centers were busted nationwide, with Anambra having 6, Imo with 4, Abia with 1, Edo with 1, Kano with 2 centers, Ebonyi, Delta, Kaduna, Rivers, and Enugu with 1 center each. He mentioned other shady practices, including impersonations, making use of albinos for the purpose of image bending and remote uploads. And now to foreign news. French President Emmanuel Macron has called for British support to recognize the state of Palestine and help defend Ukraine as he arrived in the United Kingdom for the first state visit by European leaders since BRICS. Macron, in a rare address to both houses of the British Parliament on Tuesday, celebrated the return of closer ties between France and the UK and said the two countries must work together to end excessive dependencies on the United States and China. He also promised that European countries would never abandon Ukraine in its war against invading Russian forces while demanding an unconditional ceasefire in Gaza. The speech symbolized the improvement in relations sought by UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, centre-left Labour Party, as part of broader reset of ties with European allies following the rancor over London's departure from European Union. The French president's 3-day trip came at the invitation of King Charles III. And now to sports. 12 Nigeria junior the Tigers players and officials have left the country for Czech Republic venue of the FIBA Under-19 World Cup. The Nigeria Basketball Federation, NBBF, announced the players on Tuesday ahead of the team's departure for the tournament. The junior Tigers will be led by the technical trio of Faustina Juliana as head coach, Ingiefa Atoye, associate head coach, and Owusa Chinedu Stone, assistant coach. Nigeria's opening game in Group B of the World Cup against China on June 12 in Brno, while Kaduna and Portugal complete the group. But just before we go, do not drive without a valid driver's license. You can follow us on like all our social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 961 FM. Instagram is Lagos Traffic Radio 961. You can also subscribe and watch our news and program live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. And you can also visit Lagos Traffic Radio 961 FM, live on My Lagos app for timely update. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration constructed watchtowers with alarm bells and perimeter fences in model colleges? You can get more details on Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Teaching Service Commission, TESCOM, has kicked off a 3-day induction for newly recruited teachers. The federal government has reaffirmed the President Bola Tinubu administration's focus on delivering key reforms and driving sustainable economic growth, despite mounting political discourse and growing speculation ahead of 2027 general elections. We also told you that French President Emmanuel Macron has called for British support to recognize the state of Palestine and help defend Ukraine as he arrived in the United Kingdom for the first state visit by European leader for BRICS. And in sports, 12 Nigeria junior the Tigers players and officials have left the country for Czech Republic venue of the FIBA Under-19 World Cup. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fagbalagun. I am Dayo Anthony. Many thanks for listening.